biggest obstacle for me was growing up in small towns in the South at a time when girls weren't expected to do very many different things with their life. Particularly, nobody thought about girls becoming scientists. There were a few people who were receptive to that idea. Most of them really didn't think it made any sense. I was really interested in teaching, and I thought science was the most interesting subject. So I actually approached my career thinking of myself as someone who would teach science. At the college level, yes, which was very, very unusual. So I encountered a lot of people who didn't believe in me. But I always thought that if I could just keep going with my education, I could really be a good teacher because of things that I'd done in school. And there were some other people who believed in me. I've had health problems since I was 2 years old. Lung problems, muscle problems, spinal problems, headache problems, allergy problems, a lot of different things. Many of them might actually be related to a single mutation in a signal transduction system. And it took me quite a while to get through some of those. I had several accidents that affected my spine. And so for me, a great deal of the obstacles I encountered was actually working while I was hurting and not feeling sure that I'd be able to be successful. But I just kept thinking, I've made it through today. I'll make it through tomorrow. And that was what I followed along. And there've certainly been times when I've had so many body parts out of commission that all I could do was lay in bed and think. But that was when I came up with some of my most creative ideas. I thought of things to do, ways to solve problems, things I would do if I had the resources and the time. Sometimes it was 20 years before I had the resources and the time, but I'd already thought through the idea. There are many obstacles that we can overcome. And I saw other people who had serious illnesses. They just weren't giving up. And I decided I wouldn't either. One of the biggest surprises to me when I started interacting with SACNAS was to see how many of the leaders were truly encouraging and accepting to people. They didn't care if I was a non-tenure track assistant professor. They spent time with me. They encouraged me. And the leaders of SACNAS have been an incredible source of inspiration to me.